Yo, what's good? You already know what it is. It's Hoops Talk, Relly Rell, baby. Go New York, go New York, go. You already know what it is, man. I was in the building last night. We about to get into it. Knicks destroy the Hawks, baby. You know what I'm saying? Destroy the Hawks. Straight blowout. You know what I'm saying? 140-89. I was at the game. It was crazy. It was nothing but orange and blue in the arena. We might as well call it the State Farm Arena Madison Square State Farm or 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 MSG, Madison Madison South Garden or something like that. I don't know. It ain't the State Farm Arena no more. You know what I'm saying? It's the Knicks Arena. It's the Knicks Arena. We own that. We own that all day. It's always a home game when the Knicks come to Atlanta and play. You know what I'm saying? Me and wifey was present. You know what I'm saying? In attendance. Uh, straight off the gate, we punched them in the gut, smacked them, let them know that there's no way possible you will win this series or you will force any game seven. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Knicks should have been playing like this from the beginning. I'm happy that we won. Happy that we got out this series, but at the same time, I would have liked to saw this in the beginning. Definitely, because I already felt like this was basically I already talked about this already. I already felt like we should have swept them. It should have been no guarantee of a win, real talk. We played with our fool, we got punched in the face, and we had to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? We had to punch back, and good thing we woke up game 4, and after that, it was like no looking back. After that, there's no looking back. Key point, main reason why we look like the Knicks that we were supposed to be looking like all season in these last 3 games is because Carl Anthony Towns, the big bodega cat. You know what I'm saying? He put in work, triple doubles. He's passing, he's scoring, he's rebounding. There, he's initiating the offense, which it should have been like that. They still need to work on their pick and roll, him and JB. But this point center position that he's playing right now at the box, you know, it's is showing, is basically opening up everything that our team is built for. You know what I'm saying? Slashing, getting open shots. OG woke up, Mikal woke up. And I wanna go ahead and say, Mikal, we appreciate that. We appreciate you waking up. We appreciate you putting in that work. You feel what I'm saying? I'm glad he got the opportunity to get his confidence up, get back in there. You know what I'm saying? Josh Hart was defending like a madman. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy in there. Like, I mean, well, it was like 40 points in the first quarter. I mean, the second quarter, they was up, like 48-19. It was, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was really a surprising win. I mean, not surprising to the point where I didn't think like the Knicks were going to win, but I didn't know they was going to smack them by 50. At one point, they was winning by 60. I'm telling you, it got quiet in there. All you heard was the Knicks fans. All you heard was us in there. Heard? You know what I'm saying? That's all you heard. You ain't hear nothing else. We was in there. Some of them Knicks fans started leaving in the halftime. I sat next to a couple. I sat next to a few. I was sitting next to a few of them. They left in the third quarter. Like, there was no need to watch this demolishing, this debacle. You know what I'm saying? It was like a murder scene going on at the State Farm Arena. And when I tell you, I couldn't be any more proud of my Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a wake up, you know what I'm saying? They woke up. This is actually what they needed. Like I said it before. It was good for them that they lost that game, that they lost game 3. Good for them. Because it lit the fire up under them for them to stop playing and get to it. You know what I'm saying? The ball movement was great. The energy was great. Mikal was catching oops. You know what I'm saying? They was running. They was running the floor with purpose. Like I said, Cap is distributed. They was cutting, they was moving. It it was like whoever came in, it didn't even matter. Whoever came in the game, the energy didn't stop. The energy didn't stop. Halftime, we kill them. Halftime, we destroy them, right? Come back in the half. Same energy. Nothing changes. They did not drop. They just put the foot on the neck and was like, lay down. Real talk. It was lemon pepper wings going on in State Farm Arena. We had barbecue lemon pepper. We had Asian zing. We had, we had, uh, we had, sweet chili. We had, a honey garlic. It was a lot of flavors we was cooking up. And State Farm Arena. And I'm telling them right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that game was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the Knicks, I'm so happy for the Knicks right now because now we get to rest. Now we get to see what's going on. We get to watch. You know what I'm saying? The Boston and Sixers series is good right now, going 7. So it's you know what I'm saying? So we don't know who we going to play, which it really don't matter. We going to spank whoever we playing. Real talk. Knicks is 6 all day. Give any team 2 games right now. It's the next team. We shouldn't have gave the Hawks 2 games, but hey, that's what happened. But we handle our business, you know, either or, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter. We handle our business. But I like how we moved the ball. I like how Mike Brown made some adjustments, and we look like an actual team that was ready to compete, that's ready to compete for a championship. Now, this is the team I believe can get to the finals. And I hope we keep this energy. I hope we keep this energy into the second round for whoever we play, Philly or Boston. It don't matter. They have no answer for Cat. Now, Philly, on the other hand, we play Philly, Cat, and Embiid, because Embiid is looking, even though he's, you know, he's never going to be 100%. But right now, he look like he about 82, 83%. 82, 83% can average 28, 10 and 5. So, Cat gonna have his hands full. It's too when we play the Sixers. That's gonna be a good series. I actually like playing the Sixers in the playoffs. You know, it's high level basketball that gets played when we play them, especially with the Maxey and JB matchup. You know, like I said, and B with Cat and Mitch, you know what I'm saying, that matchup. Then you got the others, you know what I'm saying, Wingard, you know, our OG and Mikal going up against PG, you know what I'm saying? You got BJ as the, you know, in there to spark. He gonna go against, our McBrides and, you know, the Josh Harps, you know what I'm saying? It's looking, I like that matchup. I also like the Boston matchup because for some reason they don't say it, but it seems like they did not believe that we spanked them like we spanked them last year because Jason Tatum got hurt. So, you know, but even though we was winning the series and we was winning that game already, we was in the lead, like had a big lead in that game. So before he got hurt. But they try to make it seem like we probably wouldn't have did that if Jason Tatum wasn't hurt. But which I completely disagree. We spanked them, and we're definitely gonna spank them again. My Knicks is ready. They woke up, they ready. I see us getting past the second round to the conference finals. I don't know who we gonna play in the conference finals because that Piston Orlando series, as we speak, they playing right now. So, and it don't look good. It don't look good. So, I don't know who we're gonna play. I don't know who's gonna be on that side. I kind of expect Cleveland to win that Raptors game series, but who knows? I think that's a good matchup. The Raptors might take that. It might be the Raptors or Orlando. We might end up playing either one of those teams. I mean, we spanked either one of those teams, so it was good. This looks like a clear-cut run for the New York Knicks. We're here, baby. We was in the building too. Telling you, after the game, it was live. It was not. I was walking around. It was nothing but Nick, orange and blue. It was nothing but orange and blue, boy. Dapping everybody up. Yo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Knicks in 6. Yeah, we going. You know what I'm saying? Telling the Hawk fans to go home. We took over the whole arena walking out, man. Telling you, thousands of us out here. We was looking like we was looking like we was looking like we was in New York in front of the Garden. Real talk. We was looking like we was in New York in front of the Garden. We had it on lock right there. I'm telling you, the Hawk fans couldn't wait to get up. They was right. They was trying to get out of there so quick, so fast. They was like they was zipping through there. Bing bing. The little straggler Hawk fans that were stragglers. They just got caught in the wave of just thousands of Knicks fans in the lobby, just yelling, yelling like this New York. You know what I'm saying? Knicks, go New York, go New York, go. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, it was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. We had a lot of fun. Our wife, she enjoyed it because she never really experienced that, like that energy that we give when, you know, it's playoff time. It's time to win. It's time, you know, when the Knicks are winning. Actually, the last Knicks game we actually went to together because I usually go with my cousin Drew. I think the Knicks wasn't even winning. Like we was in that purgatory state, that purgatory state, man. It was before JB and all that. I think even before Julius Randle and all that. The last time she went, so when she went, she recognized the energy. She was like, "Yeah, I see why you like coming to them games." Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I gotta represent. You know what I'm saying. I'm in New York, so when they come here, I gotta go to the games. Gotta be there. Gotta let them know this is our arena. We gotta let them know this is our arena every time. Not even playing with it. You feel what I'm saying? Every time. Every time. But I love what the Knicks did. I love it. I love what the Knicks did. It was definitely we set some records. I think it was the most the biggest deficit in the playoffs at halftime. And then I think for the whole game, I think it was like the second biggest deficit in playoff history. Uh, I saw the list, but I can't remember like all I know number one was the Mavericks, the 2020 Mavericks. And the crazy part is Jalen Brunson was on that team. My man he just go where winning go. You know what I'm saying? My man a winner. That's why I believe JB will take us to the promised land with Cat, but it can't be forced. We can't force JB to take us home. We have to start it off with Cat and let JB end it for us. You know what I'm saying? That's how we need to start playing at, those games and to get everybody involved, you know what I'm saying? To get Mikal, the back cuts, OG back cuts, to get, you know what I'm saying, to get McBride some shots, when Landry come there, when Clarkson come there and get them shots. And, you know what I'm saying, we run it, you know what I'm saying, and we got teams turning over the ball and then we out, you know what I'm saying? That's how we play. We play hard, we make them turn over the ball, and we make them pay for it. We make them pay for it. We give them pain. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, hands down, Knicks is ready. Nothing else to discuss. Waiting. I'm glad we get the rest real quick. Whoever come play us in the second round, they're gonna be a little beat up, a little tired, and hopefully we can, you know what I'm saying, we can take advantage of that situation, them coming off of the 7-game series. Either way it goes, JB, Cap ready. Either way, Big Body Brunson ready. Bodega ready. OG the dog ready. You know what I'm saying? Jay Hart ready. Mikal will cross that bridge. You know what I'm saying? Mikal don't cross that bridges. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be ready. You feel? So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's Knicks all day, baby. You already know, man. Excited, baby. You know what it was, man. Out there. You know it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my Knicks. We did what we had to do. We handled business. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. This is a good day to be a Knick. Orange and blue skies, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing great. Nothing greater. We the greatest fans. got one of the greatest franchises, one of the greatest teams in NBA history, bro. Care what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? We really don't care what y'all think. We just trying to get a chip. That's all we care about, bro. We just trying to get a chip. That's all I want. I need to see that. You know what I'm saying? In my lifetime, I need to see that. You feel me? All right, on to the next, man. We're gonna talk. We gonna get into. We got off the Knicks. We're gonna get into the Eastern Conference, baby. We're gonna get into the Eastern Conference. Let's do it, baby. All right. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk a little bit about some of the teams in the Eastern Conference and the surprises and everything. I wanna start off with the Toronto Raptors and the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. The Cavs versus the Raps, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm at this matchup intrigues me for the simple fact that I think they is a very even matchup to the point of athleticism and the defense that they will play. Actually, I think the Raptors are a better defensive team than the Cavs, but the Cavs had the better player, which Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, basically. But I ain't gonna lie, Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes the way it's looking, they canceling that out. And Raptors are playing them well. I'm saying it's not easy. So I like the way this series is going, and I expect the Cavs to win, but I really don't know if the Cavs will react. The Cavs could possibly lose this series. Um, I like the Raps. You know what I'm saying? I like the Raptors. I think they're a point guard and a big man away from being like real contenders. And, every year we got to run into them some type of way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't think they quite there. But, like I said, matchups and styles, they might could sneak to the conference finals. You know what I'm saying? They might could sneak into the conference finals, end up playing us because they playing the Knicks because we get to the conference finals and then we go to the finals. You feel what I'm saying? We going to play. We going to play San Antonio. I'm still gonna say Wemby's making it. All right, but here we go. But with the Raps and the Cavs, man, I really don't. I mean, I expect Donovan Mitchell and them to get it done. Real talk. I just expect them to get it done. I feel like James Harden needs to go ahead and get that stigma of him choking in the playoffs off of him by helping Spider get to the get to at least the conference finals. You know what I'm saying? At least to the conference finals. Because I think the Cavs are a very good team offensively. Eh, they in between them, they on the borderline of a good defensive team. You know what I'm saying? They're not a terrible defensive team, but they're not like elite. So they're not elite to me. But them going against the Raptors, I like that matchup. Um, I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of Scotty Barnes. I like how he plays. I like that he's growing into a good really good player. I like Brandon Ingram too. I just think, Brandon Ingram is who he is. I don't think, it ain't gonna be like no change into his game or he's gonna elevate to something higher than what he is already. I think he's a really just, really good player, and a team like that would definitely be able to, benefit off him and stuff like that. A team like the Raptors, young, athletic, they got a nice little guard play. I still think their guard play needs to be a much better. I think they need a center. I think they need a center, a bona fide, somebody they could rely on from night in to night out. They missing that. They got their two stars, and also they really got a big three because I think R.J. Barrett is a really good player. I like R.J. Barrett. I liked him when he was on the Knicks, but I knew we had to, to get OG, we had to get rid of him, and we did him a favor. We basically did him a favor. We sent him home. You feel what I'm saying? So that's yeah. I think that Cleveland. I'm still gonna roll with Cleveland to win that series. I'm still going with Cleveland win that series just off the strength that they got the two better stars to me. So yeah, I think Cleveland should win that series. You know what I'm saying? Next, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Next, the Pistons and the Magics, man. Real talk. The Pistons and the Magics. The Pistons and the Magics already made up, you know, they playing tonight. They made they actually is actually going down right now. It's a close game. So we're gonna see who wins. I think I'm actually surprised. Well, I'm not surprised that Orlando uh is winning this series. I expected this series to be like a real close series because I think Orlando matches up very well with the Pistons. And one, like I said, Pistons is Cade Cunningham or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? They they Cunningham, Cade, or done. They can't they can't score no other way without Cade. If Cade is not distributing, Cade not scoring, Cade not making sure everybody, you know what I'm saying, is nobody else getting their own shot. Reason being, they got rid of they had players there that they got rid of. They let, Mike Beasley go, obviously, for the allegations of, you know, what he was going through, you know what I'm saying, with the with the gambling situation. Um, they let Dennis Schroeder go, which was a high octane, guard that comes off the bench for you. Um, they let Tim Hardaway Jr. go, who was playing excellent for them last year, but hey, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I guess they was trying to let some of their young guys get it. They thought maybe Asar, the twin, the Thompson twin, was going to step up. He stepped up a little bit, but just not enough. I thought Jalen Durham, they was going to insert Jalen Durham a little bit more offensively and see what he could do and see if he could, really get buckets. But they don't really run plays for him. They just let him be a live threat and kind of just get all his points off of offensive rebounding and stuff like that. Um, and just pick and roll, and roll into the basket. I think he actually has a little big man package, maybe a baby hook, say like little things like that. I think he has that type of game, or he's been working on it and they just won't let him use it. I don't know, but I see spurts of it when I'm watching them play. But besides that, they had nobody else. They thought Dr. Robinson was going to be, saying Dr. Robinson be hot and cold all the time. He'll have a nice little run where he's, 3 points is, three-point percentage is, uh, you know, uh, uh, out the roof. But, you know, and then next couple weeks, he's struggling. He's shooting 32% from the three. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know the inconsistencies. So, you know what I'm saying? But, with Orlando, Pablo, Pablo and Suggs, Anthony Black, you got the Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter is actually, matching up very well with Jalen Durham. So it's been, like I said, it's been real even. You know what I'm saying? Been even. Like Pablo is kind of canceling out what Cade doing. I feel like Orlando has a little more firepower. I know one of the Wagner boys went down, so this might make it a little more, favorable for the Pistons now, because I think the Wagner kid was actually the X factor in this series because they didn't really have an answer for him. Like Cade and Pablo was going shot for shot, but like they didn't have Cade didn't have no help with, and Franz Wagner was actually, helping Pablo. So he had help, you know what I'm saying? They get guard play. I ain't even say nothing about Bang. They got Desmond Bang, you know what I'm saying? So he gonna play D, he gonna hit the three. And he obviously changed. He when he got over there, he basically changed. They had some injuries early in the season. That's why they record and they had to come out and play in. But I think they're a top 5 team in the East. if nobody would never got hurt, I think they would have been one of the top 5 teams in the East. So I think instead of, everybody looking at it as a 1-8 matchup, they need to look at it as a 1-5 matchup, real talk, because they play like a top 5 team and not an 8 seed. So they not really the seeding they supposed to be. That's why I think it's there. But I don't know. I'm gonna give it. I want to give it to the Pistons because I actually want to see the Pistons in the conference finals because I don't believe they could really beat us. But I don't believe they could really beat us. But I ain't gonna lie. I like how Orlando's playing. I like how Orlando's playing, and I ain't gonna lie. I think Orlando's about to take it. I think Orlando's about to take it. We're gonna see, after tonight or whatever, and we're gonna see how that we're gonna really see how that goes down. So, you know, I'm just going. You know what? I'm gonna just go out of this. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Orlando. I'm gonna go with Orlando. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna go with Orlando. I'm gonna see what happens. But I don't know. Cade, that's baby Grant Hill to me. Awesome. That's baby Grant Hills. I think he might find a way. He might find a way. It's a close game tonight. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's like 74, 72. So hey, we'll see after tonight what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Up next, man. Celtics and the 76ers. Let me say this. Boston is definitely one of the teams we got to go through. Obviously, they made it to the second seed. They playing like a championship team, which they are. Jason Tatum is back and he's looking good, but I think the wear and tear of the playoffs is starting to get to him. That's why they're struggling right now with Philly. JB is kind of disappearing in this series, which is crazy. And so is Derek White. Derek White hasn't showed up in this series, which is crazy because they're pretty much consistent, but it's the way they play. They live by the 3, they die by the 3, and it's crazy. Like they need to learn how to play they need to learn how to audible, especially in this type of series right now where you going against you going against a dynamic backcourt with Maxey and VJ. And then I ain't gonna lie. I think playoff P is here. He playing like playoff P. He been locking JB up. If you really want to be real, and Paul George is one of my favorite wings. I love Paul George's game. I always did, ever since Indiana. You know what I'm saying? And his little situation or whatever. Who cares? But he's been playing very well. He's been showing up. He's been showing up in this series. He's been playoff P. And then Embiid coming back. And this, I want to give all respects to Embiid as one of the great centers in his league. And probably, all time. I ain't going to give him all time. But, he's like, for him to come out and, be not all the way right, he's definitely not 100%, or he may not even be 80%. A 75% Embiid is 28 and 12. Honestly, right now he's not really rebounding. Because he's not getting off the floor. You could tell. He don't have that lift no more for real. But he got them skills. He's still getting buckets, and Boston can't stop him. And that's been the X factor right now in this series because they have no answer for Joel Embiid. And if he can stay like this consistently a little bit with being 75%, Boston might be going home. And I'm going to be real with you. I like the 76ers in this matchup now, in this series. I do. I like the 76ers in this series. I want to see what happens. I really do. I really want to see what happens in this 7 game. I really do. And I know that's tomorrow. So, that's Saturday. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. They will definitely, and everybody talking about Boston struggling with, winning at home. They're a better road team than they are a home team. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what JB gonna do. Is he gonna wake up? Is he gonna be like, yo, I'm the one that was in the MVP running or what? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows? But I'm gonna go ahead with the Sixers. I'm gonna go ahead with the Sixers finishing it off, going to the second round, playing us. You feel what I'm saying? You know, next up. Let's go to the next conference. Let's go to the West Side. The West Side ain't the best side. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Knicks, so I'm always on the East Side. But the West Side is deadly over here. B. There's a lot of things going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and knock it off. Knock it off since they already did what they had to do. You know, OKC versus the Suns. I already knew that was going to be a sweep. A sweep. Actually, it wasn't a sweep. They brought the vacuum cleaner. They brought that little machine that the janitors drive on and just get all the dirt up. That's what they did. I'm gonna be real with you. Devin Booker was in jail. He was in jail. When I tell you, like, it was nothing that man can do, and he really, honestly, he really wasn't trying to be that aggressive either. But I already knew they weren't going to win. They wasn't going to win. I. That's why I wished. I wish that that Golden State would have won that game. So at least it'd have been Steph versus Shea, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to see that matchup more than the Suns. I knew they was going, I already had said it a couple weeks ago that this was a sweep. So I'm not going to even, they look good. The only thing I'm concerned about OKC is what's good with Jay Will. What's good with Jay Will. Like, is his hamstring good? Will he be able to come back at least by the conference finals, or saying into the finals if they make it to the finals or whatever? But I'm not gonna lie, I think they're gonna need Jay Will against the Spurs if the if the Spurs make it to the conference finals, which I think they are, which I think they are, but. Yeah, I don't know. The Suns is gonna have to shake something up. You know, will Devin Booker leave? Will he stay? Will they do some things? They actually have a decent team. They just gotta make a few adjustments. Let's see. Let's see if somebody come over there and want to play with Book or whatever. But who knows? But I just knew they wasn't ready anyway. I just knew they wasn't ready. I knew they was gonna get swept basically. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? All right. On to the next. On to the next. Boom. You already know. Spurs versus the Blazers. Spurs basically, you know, handled their business and did their job. Did what I expected that what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They did what I expected was going to happen. They played. It was a young team. They fought back and forth, but I knew the Spurs was way better than them. So, and they got Wemby. So it was like, it was no answer. That was a good little test for them. That was a good little thing for that was a good series for them to get warmed up, get ready, run some of they sets. It was like a warm up for right now the battle because they got to they're gonna play the Timberwolves, which hopefully they don't. Hopefully it come back. You know what I'm saying, but. Uh, I love how the Spurs played. I love what they did. They locked up. They played D. They shot very well. They rebounded well. Wemby was Wemby, even with the concussion and all that. And the game he didn't play. They handled business. Harper had like 30 something. Like they already handled business. De'Aaron Fox, they are a well oiled machine. They are polished. They are ready. And I think they're going to make it to the finals. That's why I think they're already good. Yeah, they're young, but they don't play like it. Yeah, experience pays. Not having the experience, has a toll. But I just think with Wemby is different. He's a different human being. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I said, he has that '90s feel with his attitude towards the game, which I expect all superstars to have because they should look back and see what the standard is. But some of these superstars, they don't care because they be trying to basically dust that under the rug because they don't want to be. I'm my own individual and all that nonsense. We gonna like just stick to the code. You saw what Jordan did. You saw what Kobe and them did. You saw what Barkley and all of them did. It was a code, no matter what, by any means. We're gonna try. We gonna go hard. We gonna get. We gonna have respect for this game. We gonna compete. That's our Wemby is that hands down. Period. Point blank. So I'm not even gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I have no complaints about how Wemby be playing. No, Wemby is my favorite player right now. And I'm glad that they moving on and they get the rest and everything. He get to get his head together from that concussion. You know what I'm saying? He waiting, but they basically gonna play the Wolves. It is what it is. I knew they was gonna win though. The Blazers, they got a young team. They're gonna do some things. Let's see if Tiago Splinter ends up being the coach. And they have a bright future. They ain't come back, so they ain't with them young guys. If Drew stay, saying they got a cool squad, and they got two leaders. They got two leaders that'll lead them, and make them play decent basketball. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I got it. All right, on to the next. On to the next, baby. The Nuggets versus the Wolves. You feel what I'm saying? The Nuggets versus the Wolves. That series was cinematic drama with the fact that the Wolves took such a the Wolves took you know a convincing lead in the series. Joker hasn't been really looking like Joker. They've been locking him up. Rudy has been doing an excellent job D'ing him up and putting pressure on him on the offensive end, making him work. They had that was their strategy, as you can see what Jalen McDaniel said. Jaden McDaniel said, none of them could guard, so they basically wanted to, put pressure on Joker and make him guard, and make the Denver Nuggets guard. So they really just put a lot of pressure on them offensively. Came at them, they D'd them up. They was all over them. They swung. The guards did an excellent job. I hate that Ant got hurt. DiVincenzo they definitely need DiVincenzo. I can't front. I feel like they're not going to go that far without DiVincenzo, but them closing that game out last night is, hey, them closing that game out. I mean, without, saying, I feel like Joker should be mad. He should be very upset, and he should definitely be looking at the organization like, yo, y'all gonna give me, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Give me some guys, man. Come on. This team is not cutting it. They did their best though. I can't even front. They did their best. Then Joker was hurt. I feel like he was playing hurt. But at the same time, the Wolves don't got Ant-Man or DiVincenzo, they two best guards, and you still lose? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of hard to deal with, my G. Kind of hard to deal with. I applaud, Jay McDaniels dropping 38. Well, I think it was like 30 something. Yeah, whatever. On them, you know what I'm saying? Making them work, going at them. And, they closed the series out. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was a good opportunity for Denver to come back and take the series. But like I said, I don't think Joker was fully healthy. He looked a little worn down. But Rudy did an excellent job in this series on him, defending him. So, that's why they're going home and they're going to make some moves and do some things. I think Aaron Gordon should be traded because he's always hurt. Every time they get into a good playoff series, he gets hurt. Jamal Murray has slowed that, even though he was an all-star, he has slowed down for some reason. Like, I don't know. He just didn't play well in this series. I'm not gonna go too far where they say get rid of him, but to trade him. But I don't know. The talks is going around now. You hearing the rumors now already because they asking Joker, "Is this the team that you think you could still, And Joker don't care. He about to go to his horses. You know what I'm saying? He about to go to his horses right now. He probably already did. So He probably already out there, But hey, that's what it is for the Wolves got to play the Spurs in the second round. So, that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Last but not least, man. Last but not least, Lakers and the Houston Rockets, man. What is going on right now? KD not playing. Is he hurt? He got to be hurt because KD don't miss no games. KD doesn't miss no games. He wants the ball. And I don't understand why is he, I don't understand how is he still hurt. He got a bone bruise, whatever. He can't play. But Houston still has a decent team without him, definitely defensively, but offensively, I know they can't really score because they struggle to score when they have KD, and they offense looks nasty anyway. But the Lakers were up 3-0. Y'all can say what y'all want. Yeah, LeBron, he 41. Don't expect him. You shouldn't expect him to what? I don't care. The man is still averaging 20 something a game, point blank period, and he producing. I expect him to close this out. And so far they haven't done it. So far they have been playing. And I expect him to close this out. Hopefully him and Austin Reeves, saying tonight, get it popping and get it done. Because they have an opportunity to get to the second round, which they really didn't see, especially with Luka being out and Austin Reeves being out. We didn't see that because we thought KD was going to play though. So it kind of evened itself out in a way. But the difference is the Lakers had LeBron. So LeBron was supposed to take advantage of that, which he did, 3-up. But if he loses this deficit, this will be the first time a team with a star like that has lost a series being up 3-0. That's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. It's not. It's not a good look. LeBron better get it done. He better get Austin Reeves out there and get it done. Real talk. Because this is not going to look good on that GOAT legacy, which, Mike the GOAT anyway, but it shouldn't even be a talk, but it's going to be a talk because he's one of the top 3 greatest players of all time, period. So I expect greatness from him. I know most people expect. I still hold him at a high regard as a superstar. I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's 41. I don't care. Still, he still produces. He's still productive. He still gets it done. Either way it goes. This is what I'm proposing. That LeBron James, you better make sure y'all don't lose this series. Don't lose this series. It's not going to look good, bro. Telling you. I got y'all actually winning this series because I don't believe the Rockets is going to. They've been locking, I ain't going to lie, they've been locking y'all up the last couple of games, but they be locking them up. So who knows? They might win tonight and then force game 7 and then go to LA. But the Lakers might want that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Either way, win this series. Do not lose this series. Do not lose this series. I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. The media is going to be crazy on this particular topic. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those. I already know because the media is just, you just know. I listen and I watch it enough. I know this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you. So, yes, I'm gonna give it to the Lakers to win this series. I think the Lakers are going to win the series. I thought they was going to win the series anyway, especially because they always had the Rockets number. So, and it was just the matchup was bad. It was just a bad matchup for the Rockets for some reason to me. Watching them. You know what I'm saying? It's like LeBron knew how to beat these guys. So, and then, it did help that he had Luka, but, he don't have Luka now. He still was beating them. So, LeBron, win this series, bro. Don't lose. Don't lose being up 3-0, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. That mean they won 4 games straight on you, bro. Nah, that can't happen. Word up. Don't care what nobody say. That can't happen. Feel me? That is what it is, but that's my, uh, we wrap that up. You know what I'm saying? I, I think there's, I think this is the second round is going to be a good second round. If I think the players that, the teams that I think going to be, make it, if I think the Lakers is going to play OKC, that's going to be OKC, I think it's going to sweep them. I'm going to be real with you. But that Timberwolves and that Spurs series is going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks versus Philly or Boston is going to be tough, but we're going to win. We're going to come out of that. I don't know. It might be the Raptors in Orlando, Cleveland in Orlando, or Cleveland, Detroit, whoever. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been very interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's been very interesting. So, you know what I'm saying? I think Detroit, forced it 7 because yeah, they was playing pretty well. So I think they forced it 7. It looked like the Raptors gonna force a game 7 too. So we got some game 7s in the first round. I told you I wanted that. I told you I wanted that a couple weeks ago. I wanted that because I love it when, I love it when it's more basketball, man. It's more basketball. The playoffs last longer. You know what I'm saying? It feels like the older days, the old school days, you know what I'm saying? Of real competitive playoff basketball. I like it. I can't wait. The Knicks is chilling. The more the merrier, you know what I'm saying? We chilling though. We got a little rest, so we can, get it together, get some tape in, you know what I'm saying? Lock in. You feel what I'm saying? It's locked in. You know what I'm saying? All right, it is what it is, man. I enjoyed this. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is a wrap. We gonna see what happens, man. I'll holler at y'all in a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to drop an episode, every few days, you know, every few days or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Try to uh keep up with this, keep up with what's going on. Also check out uh other show I'm a part of, Hoops and Hip Hop, you know what I'm saying, with my guys, Drew, my guy Trev, you know what I'm saying? Uh we're gonna get y'all some episodes, every week. Um Go ahead and go on the YouTube channel, the N.Y.O.T. YouTube channel. Subscribe, like and share. You know what I'm saying? Who's Talk with Relly Rell will also be on that channel now. I'm transferring everything to that channel. So, you know what I'm saying? Support, you know what I'm saying? Go follow that N.Y.O.T, you know what I'm saying? N.Y.O.T Media, you know what I'm saying? Follow us, like, subscribe, and share. And, already here, like, subscribe and share here, you know what I'm saying? Follow your boy, keep rocking with your boy, we gonna keep talking these hoops, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. It's Knicks, baby. Knicks all day, baby. You know what I'm saying? Knicks and 6. Knicks and 6. Nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give you a word of the day after, every show, you know what I'm saying? Yo, just one, keep God in everything you do. 2, stay consistent. Stay consistent. Keep your eyes on the prize and never stop. Never stop. Like whatever you want to do, just do it. Never stop. It's possible. You feel what I'm saying? It's possible. Three, stop the violence. Stop the gun violence. Stop all that. Stop it, man. Put these guns down. Let's stop playing. Let's get money. Why are we killing each other? Let's get money. Killing each other because you're broke, man. Just to get money, man. But number one and all, you know what I'm saying? Do it because God wants you to walk in peace. Want you to love one another. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That you already know what you tuned into. I appreciate y'all, man. This is Hoops Talk. Relly Rell, B. I'm out. Peace.